I went to the dog park yesterday and I was walking the 4 dogs, and as I got down the hill I could see 3 dogs running along the edge of the ice. And as I got very close I could see this red parka, and I saw this woman in the water and she was sort of clinging to the edge of the ice. She had 3 dogs and apparently 2 had fallen in going after Canada geese, and then she rescued them but had fallen in the process. So I grabbed a couple of sticks, I broke sticks off and went out onto the ice. And when I got close to her, I laid down on my stomach, and I was able to get her a stick and she could hang on to it still. And she was fairly coherent. And between the 2 of us, she managed to get back up onto the ice, and I pulled her out. And then she lost feeling in her hands, but I got her close enough to the edge that I could reach her parka. And so I pulled her onto the ice, and then we went back a little bit so that she was on thicker ice. I took off her parka and wrapped her in my parka and wrapped up her head in the hood. And then I had to go for help because her cell phone was waterlogged and I didn't have one. And so there was nobody out there. And so I had to run a kilometer back up to Warman Road and flag down some cars. And at first nobody would stop. Finally 2 cars stopped. And then a couple of people got out and they called 911, and the guys came back with me down to the river. One guy got there first and he managed to get her off the ice and back onto the trail, and then we took off the rest of her top clothes and wrapped her, and the guy gave her his bunny hug and we wrapped her up again. Yeah, she explained what happened, and I said, okay, we're going to get you out, we're going to get you dried off, and then I have to go for help. And she was saying she was just so cold and that she was going to pass out, and she couldn't feel her body. She didn't think she could walk, but she managed. And especially when the other guy was helping me, we each took her and we rubbed her as much as we could, and we started walking slowly. And she was absolutely frozen. Her pants, her boots, yeah, just it was so cold. My biggest fear was that I had to leave her and get to the top of the hill, and it's quite a distance, and then to have somebody stop and call 911. My biggest fear was that she was going to die on the ice because of hypothermia, but I guess she was in good enough shape and she was young enough, and you know, I wrapped her up and we managed to get her out, and the first responders were there pretty quickly too. It's not something you expect to see on a dog walk. You know, I know the river can be dangerous in the winter, and I've heard of stories where dogs have gone in and people have either got them out or not. And so I was just so shocked. And at that point you see her and you think, oh my God, I gotta do something right now. And grabbed the stick and off we went.